Alright, hello everybody. Rez here. And I am bringing you a loading screen. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trilogy. So, I love this series to pieces and back. This is absolutely on one of my top 10 lists. I don't know if you all can hear it. Looks like you can. I cannot hear it. I might need to change that. One moment. While I see if I can get this to play and capture through my desktop. Please don't be too loud. That is a little loud on my end. That should be better. All right. Oh, much better. You guys should be able to hear it just fine. Hiya, Chief! Oh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my Oh! Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh! Monokuma! No. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. And bad people skills. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. He's a nice guy! That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, A little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading, knees weak, arms heavy. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Hey, Evan. Yeah, I'm hyped for this too. I've been waiting a long time to play Phoenix Wright for you guys. And I think I'm at a point where people can enjoy the ride now. I don't have to worry about too much. Please state the name of your the defendant in this case. The defendant is Larry Butts. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you, and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report covers too many. I'm good. Oh! Ooh, no, dodge that one. Dodge. Nope. I'm trying to hydrate, Quinn. You're not helping. I prepped for this one. I've got water on hand because I'm trying to do some minor voices. I'm good to go. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up for this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. Press R to view the court record. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please, I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You answered all my questions. I see no reason why you shouldn't proceed. You may now step down the steps of knowledge and proceed one step closer to the temple. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, he needs a nasally voice. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what object was? Can I do this? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. No, I was found lying on the floor next to the victim. Oh no, that's an anime. That's a Ron Komoshida's Forbidden Deductions. No, wrong. Whew. That would be incorrect. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court what? Statue added to the court report. I'm gonna get so confused on these voices. But if I read it in my normal voice, you'd get bored easy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. This isn't Danganronpa. You don't have truth bullets. You have physical objects you have to throw at people. Use the R button to check the court record. I'm skipping. There's a crack in my disc. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. He's a puppy. He's a dumb puppy. He's got this, right? Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had already dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? Oh no, he's stupid. I wasn't dumb. She was just she wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, that is described as... What you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. A lot of them. She was a hoe. She had just returned from overseas with one of them, the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. She liked candy. She had a stash of them in her fridge. Daddies, sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. As his IQ points slowly diminish to nothing. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you, or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Larry, shut up.
Uh-oh, he went.
What do I do? Have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Quack, quack, quack.
Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call as witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Telling newspapers to the victim's building. Yes, telling it.
Telling newspapers.
Telling newspapers.
Telling newspapers.
Expect a whole bunch of Freudian slips from me as my minor bout of dyslexia kicks in. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Would you look at that mole? Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? He sells seashells by the seashore? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Totally not asleep in ketchup. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to be working? Yeah, supposed to work during a blackout. Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record. Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, yes, Judge Slay. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying?
Child!
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You're a defense attorney! Figure it out! There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness' face. Just...
Oh my god, people can lie in court?
imagine that. We need...
You're supposed to be working, hon. I know!
If you want me to set up your microphone, I will next time. We can do this again live. Although we're already live, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We'll come back to it. You do. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately, or the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. Oh no, I'm being drowned. No.
You're being drowned.
This is the wrong case for drowning. That's later. Stop. That's the next game, I'm sure. Or is that the third game? I don't remember. No. I'm being This is assault. Bucket dodge. The game. Go. Nope. This way. Got it. I'm stuck. Ow!
Hydrate, damn you.
Actually, that was very good timing because my throat was getting scratchy.
There was a bucket getting stuck on your head.
They're the cone of shame.
You have a cone of shame.
Help.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. I can't take this seriously right now.
You have a bucket cone. Cone of shame.
Cone of shame. Alright. So right here is where I want to present evidence. If it was 1 p.m., but she died at 2, or time of death is 4 to 5. So, Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Now that I can actually look at the court record as the buckets are covering my face. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After this testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Yeah. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do, point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. It was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Yep, I've got this one in the bag. This one's easy. The time of discovery. You heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television, or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Wait. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. 83 hydrates, Evan! That's a full bottle of water from my new bottle here. I'ma drown. I'll make sure to space them out through this entire playthrough. I promise. That's 83 sips. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Once more, with feeling. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. You saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. It's a statue. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections. You and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. And the best theme in the game. Cornered. I love this theme. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. He became the judge for a second. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yes, I do! Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove it I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. That's a leap, Phoenix. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard! Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound you must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Wait! What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Look at the mole! Even his mole is sweating! He's blinking out of sequence with his eyes. That's weird. It's just like a few milliseconds off. That bothers me now that I see it. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never, look, the clock, I saw, yeah! Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her! And he should burn, give him death! A little hot under the collar, are you? Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim that the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw It heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply sound the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw It heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw It, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. I'm not gonna prove that. Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Saw It. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime. You're all the slime. You belong on Nickelodeon. Gack is what it's called. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Saw It. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow. Think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the courtroom that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha, tough words. Let's see you put this one. Pull! Pull! Launch the catapult! Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh no, he's got rabies. Call the doctor. Order! Order in this order, I say. I'll have a double quarter pounder with cheese, extra pickles. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, here was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. I wonder where all the confetti comes from. Do they just have it pre-built into the ceiling, or do people bring it in with them as witnesses to the court case? Turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Oh, I still can't believe we won. Right! Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief look this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... No, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? You're a wizard. Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Hey, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat? You move fast. Oh, no, I couldn't. Yeah, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she just was playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? The bill. Your service fees. You gotta get paid, right? No, it's the thinker. Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh, what about this clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. And the customs on this? She would not have been able to get this on an airplane. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks, man. I hope that made him feel a little better. And for some unknown reason, I am dropping all of the frames. So, even though this was a very short stream, I'm going to have to call it because this is not recovering. It's been dropping frames for a while. So until next time, when I continue this, I want to get through this. I love Phoenix Wright. I'm actually really hyped for this one. This is Rez, signing out. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I'll catch you all later. Right after this, scene plays out. You have to tell me more about this over drinks? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me yet." Should have slapped him with that bill. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.